evening, wherever you are, on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much-anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. Unmistakably, this is the Camp Nou, staging a game in the way only the Camp Nou can. Leipzig have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
So that's got things underway. Werner. Tries to get it forward quickly. Werner. Romulo. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. Werner. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Forward it goes. Goes for a sweeping, towering header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Oh, what a great leap. He had no right to get to that.
Battles to win it back. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Iheanacho! Goal!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. That's a good ball to find him. Horny. Timely intervention. Has a hit! It's there! And already they're looking to run away with it.
Celtic are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
Celtic take a two-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Horny. Celtic are working the ball as only they can.
Yeah, Peter, and it's a...
Has a hit! And more, and more, and more! And they're at it again, in double quick time!
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Celtic take a three-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even...
Tries a shot! Good challenge, he just stood firm. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. It's a fabulous position. He's had a shot! Oh, that is an awful miss.
Well, he's clearly not the only one who can't believe he didn't put it away. I think he's going to take some ribbon for that.
He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Leipzig are still behind as we reach out for half-time.
Iheanacho really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
Goes for goal! It goes to show he is human after all.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Intervention was very necessary. Now the counter. Out to the right. And there is the half-time whistle. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half. And we're already back underway here. Leipzig didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Horny. And here's Iheanacho. Shot at goal! Gets into a dangerous position. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Leipzig are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Done very well to intervene.
Celtic really are almost trying to pass the ball through a brick wall at the moment. You can see the sense of anxiety has now shifted to the stands.
Horny. And they've been caught out here. Hoists it forward. And now they can launch a counter. Decent looking ball. He's had a go! This could fall, and the follow-up! No mistake! And they are right back within touch! Kasper Schmeichel reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss. Up to meet it! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Celtic are leaving men forward, threatening to break.
Well, if they're not putting the work in by getting back, they have to deliver with this tactic.
Real chance! And in it goes! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
We have got ourselves a game here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And he's there to clear it. Werner. Dashing forward at pace. Surely a shot. It's one! It's in! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
This has become... And the shot! Goal! And again they hit the front. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Celtic get themselves into the lead. He's had that big chance! He scores! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. So the lead now is 2.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Leipzig have a free kick. Leipzig with the chance now to pull one back. He'll fancy himself from here. And he's going to Rex. That was travelling. Werner. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Oh, real danger here. Oh, shooting chance! Knocks it away. That's a real chance missed.
And he could have eased the pressure on his team by taking them within one of an equaliser.
Chance! It's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Kasper Schmeichel did well the first time. Nothing he could do about the follow-up.
I might sound a little harsh here, but the keeper, I felt, could have done a better job in ensuring that ball didn't go back out into the danger area.
Leipzig get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between...
Has a go! In it goes! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now!
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Yeah, looks very much like the final nail in the coffin for me, I have to say.
And it's played forward. And now the breakaway. Cuts it out. It's come loose. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Forward it goes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, much worthy industry, but that alone simply not enough. They are beaten by the better side. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. The world-famous Camp Nou in Barcelona, a stadium fit for the grandest of occasions. And already we're underway here. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Hoists it forward. Harrison Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Kessié. And here's Mahrez. Forward it goes. And here's Mahrez. Looks to dink one in. That's a brilliant interception. Leeds are working the ball as only they can.
Yeah, Peter, and it's a style that requires players of high-caliber technique to move the ball about quickly in tight areas.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref. Well, both sides have actually looked poor going forward. We've hardly seen anything meaningful yet.
Kessié. With a delicate ball. It's out for a goal kick. Harrison. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Mahrez, out towards the flank. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's there.
Mahrez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Mahrez. Tries a shot!
Oh, I like the little feint he came up with to produce the effort. Very, very tidy.
Ditch defending, but that'll do. Mahrez pulls it out wide, delivers the ball, and he just whacks it away. Mahrez has a pop, and it's a goal! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a
shot at goal! And yes, it's there! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Tried to play it through.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
And he's cut it out. Gets good distance on it. And it's played forward.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Is there any support? And the shot! Sticks it away! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal! And the whistle goes for half-time. So a really good half of football, 3 goals, and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Kessié tries to get it forward quickly. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Harrison. This could... has a pop! And he gobbles up the chance! Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Harrison. A real chance if he can get through.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Defenders on the back foot. Harrison. Right through the middle. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. No, too much on it. It's a loose ball. Harrison goes looking. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Decent looking ball. Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's had a go! He has done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
It's a simple game. A striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath.
It's one! Should have put that one away.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Harrison. Mahrez. He's through the middle. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Forward it goes. Gets the better of his man. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Leeds seeking to maximise the moment. That intervention was very necessary. The final 5 minutes. Ampadu. Gets it back. And here's the chance to counter. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. And that is that. So they have their win, they had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the result followed inevitably. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Bellingham is gone for it! Goal! It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Tries to get it forward quickly. Edenils. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. And now they can launch a counter. Who's ball? Who's going to get that? Could be a chance here. He's a chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
And it's Locatelli. Deftly done. Has a pop! Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Up to meet it! And he's done it! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Torino get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Thuram Ulian did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Edenilson. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Forward it goes. Good ball, it's found it. Shot at goal! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Oh, good take. Hits one! He can pounce on that. They've done it! And already they're looking to run away with it. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
That's just great play, Peter. A textbook example for any wannabe footballers out there on positioning and movement.
Torino has a goal! Yes! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
Torino take a 3-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Thuram Ulian gets it back. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Hulk. Torino are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Hulk. Goes for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. Good ball. Chance to... and the shot! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Torino produced a terrific spell at the end there, culminating in a chance that their fans could not believe did not go in.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Torino 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. And the game has already resumed here. Edenilson. Hulk. More than happy to take the muscular approach. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels.
That's just an example of overcommitting, and they're fortunate for the quality of the intervention. It was vital.
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
Goes for goal! Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Oh, smart save. And it's Edenilson. Dodo. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. He's left his man. He could be in here. It's a loose ball. And he's away. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Hulk with a real chance here. Nice nicely controlled. Dodo. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Eden Niels. Just about up to 75 minutes. Battles to win it back. He's picked him out. He's got away. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Thuram Ullien. He's got away. Oh, Red, he sorted that out. Eden Niels. And it's Hulk. Look at the defender bombing forward. Thuram Ullien. What a ball this has turned out to be. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. And that has put paid to that. And they can break here. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And they've been caught out here. And he's through, it's one-on-one. He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He'll fancy himself from here. And that is that. Torino, winners of a no contest. They just swamped their opponents in superior quality. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Torino won thanks to a disciplined game plan. Homework provided the groundwork and it exploited an obvious central weakness.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. Unmistakably, this is the Camp Nou, staging a game in the way only the Camp Nou can. There's the whistle, and here we go. And it's Silva. Chiesa. Oh, good interception. Hoists it forward. Ndidi. In with the challenge. Jones. Isak. Gets away from his opponent. Toure. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Looks to clip it forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. That has put a stop to that. Jones. Defenders on the back foot. Van Dijk gets it back. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Ndidi.
Midway through the first half, and there's an impotence about this game that's causing me concern, and probably most of the stadium too. Let's just hope that by the end it'll have been forgotten.
Tries to switch the play. Gomez. To get it forward quickly, and it's played forward. Now it's Rafa Silva. Jones needed a better pass there. Rafa Silva. Ball's gone out of play. Jones. Liverpool can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Dashing forward at pace. And it's Silva. Jones, Chiesa, and Ndidi battles to win it back. Forward it goes. And Ndidi plays it forward. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Isak. Isak. Oh, he's gone for it!
Well, you know, thinking about that. I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Liverpool are leading with half-time drawing close. Jones, good challenge, he just stood firm. Chiesa. Chiesa. Isak. And has a hit! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
That's the whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It's still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. More than decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Liverpool are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. So we're just settling back into this second half. Liverpool carrying a one-goal lead. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Besiktas get it back again. Breaks on here. He's left his man. Shoots! It's in! And the second half is off to a flyer! Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think this is...
Has a pop! Into the lead once more.
Liverpool are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And it's Silva. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
Mohamed Salah. Salah. Now the counter. Now it's Rafa Silva. And it's Silva. And he's cut it out.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Salah. Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Crunching tackle. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's through. And he's on chance to shoot! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
That's a real shame, Peter, because it was beautifully worked. Took the defence out of the picture, but he'll be in no hurry to watch the replay.
And it's Silva. Good idea, just poorly executed. Hoists it forward, cuts it out. And here's Rafa Silva.
Besiktas are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
It's a promising ball.
Liverpool are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Forward it goes. Hefty. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to restore parity. And he scores! Back in business! He was just never going to miss.
Well, that looked a simple case of giving the keeper the eyes and just slipping the ball to the other side. That was clever.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and then...
Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Well played, he saw that coming.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Mohamed Salah. Ford shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Rafa Silva. Abraham! Van Dijk tries to get it forward quickly. Well, that had to be more accurate. And there goes the final whistle. Passion and panache and perseverance, and in the end, parity. A really good game to watch. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. That's a pop! That's a fine save!
Lewandowski really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
He's it out of harm's way. Ferran Torres. And here's Rashford. He's away! Has a goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Rashford did so well to make use of the little space that was afforded to him. It wasn't easy, that.
Looks to dink one in. Shot at goal! And he's pulled him up for that challenge. Christensen. That could spell trouble. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Darder hoists it forward. Mallorca are working the ball as only they can.
Yeah, Peter, and it's a style that requires players of high calibre technique to move the ball about quickly in tight areas.
Forward it goes. Barcelona are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. And needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Ferran Torres. It's gone out for a throw-in. Back into the middle, out to the left it goes. Oh, that's neat. Darder. Darder plays it forward. Mallorca have a free kick. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. He's trying the shot, and the ball's come out. Now it's Lewandowski. And here's Rashford. He's made sure that that won't get through. Rashford. Knocked down by a lack of accuracy. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Christensen just brushed off the ball there. He's looked long this time, and he's cut it out. A goal now would certainly liven things up. And the counter is on. It's a loose ball. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Darder, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. The referee's awarded a free kick. And it's half-time here. So neither team has broken through. They're certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. Reflections on the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Referee's given a throw. Ferran Torres.
Mallorca have made their intentions clear by leaving men up front.
Looking to play on the break.
Yeah, it's obvious that they're prepared to take a risk or two.
Lewandowski is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Good take, and he's had a look. He's going after it. Lewandowski showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nil-nil the score, and we're just about done. A deeply frustrating game. He's left his man. Rashford has slid it through. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Been levered clear. Got a throw in. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And he's there to clear it. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Comes under pressure and it's come loose.
Barcelona really are almost trying to pass the ball through a brick wall at the moment. You can see the sense of anxiety has now shifted to the stands.
Dardel. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now. Barcelona making consecutive changes here. He spotted the run and played him through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now the counter. He's found his man. He's it out wide now. Looking for goal!
Barcelona showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing.
Mallorca merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
That's clear cut. It's a free kick.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
He's one-on-one, and the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose! Great idea, just poorly executed.
Well, it could have been and probably should have been a different choice of finish. There was lower space to hit.
Desperate defending required here. Cleared away. Mallorca have to get it into the box and quickly. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end, and it finishes 0-0. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. And he's going to... Oh, crossbar! Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Forward it goes. Well played, he saw that coming. Zenit St. Petersburg are working the ball as only they can.
Yeah, Peter, and it's a style that requires players of high-caliber technique to move the ball about quickly in tight areas.
Now it's Luc de Jong. He gets past his man. Luc de Jong has a goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That was great pressure to force the initial error, Peter. It's the perfect example as to why this is a favourite tactic of a lot of teams these days.
Jesson. Timely intervention. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Zenit St. Petersburg! Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Zenit St. Petersburg get themselves into the lead.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Still going. Where to next? Who's ball? Who's going to get that? He's made sure that that won't get through. Tries to get it forward quickly. Now a chance to break. He spotted the run and played him through. Well read, he sorted that out. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Jesson. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Hoists it forward. Jesson. Oh, he's in! And the weighted pass, and it's got through. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Striding forward, facing goal. Shade too heavy, people can pick that up. And the half-time whistle goes. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but still had its moments. But ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. And if the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Porto need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Now it's Luuk de Jong. Pepe. And it's Luuk de Jong. Cuts it out. And a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also posing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
Jesson. Quick glance at goal. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. Porto still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. No, that's not the ball he wanted. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Gets it back. Pepe, and now they can launch a counter. Well weighted. De Jong gets flagged offside. Jesson tries to dink it in. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Played down the flank. Plays it out to the flank. Jesson. Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Well, there's certainly a coordinated attempt to shut him down, which is, I suppose, a natural response.
It's got through and he's gone for it! Sticks it away! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yes, the turn and finish is to be admired, but what about the sense of urgency and desire to move the ball with such pace on the break as soon as it was retrieved?
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Zenit St. Petersburg take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Played out to the right. Here it comes. Header! Good ball kindly. He's got away with one there.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
Too much distance on that. Looking for space out wide. No question, that's a foul.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Dinks one in. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Has he picked him out? Has a hit! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
And it's played forward. It's a fabulous position, cut out in the nick of time.
Porto are enjoying lots of possession, but they just can't find any penetration.
Tries a shot! He has got it! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Porto give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. It's a loose ball. Deftly done. He's got options out wide. Gets away from his opponents.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
And that's it. Well, a full-blooded contest. Both teams had their moments, but they are beaten by the odd goal. Your reflections then, Jim?
Porto really were sleepwalking in central defence, and the alarm just never went off.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation, and it shapes to shoot! It's broken loose! Tries to get it clear. Gerson tries to dink it in, cuts it out. Kimmich. He's made sure that that won't get through. All the way back, and they start again. Tries to get it forward quickly. Kane. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And it's played forward. Now they can break here, and he's going long. Tar. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Looking for space out wide. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. A long ball, but not especially accurate. He's had a go! Goal! Zenit St. Petersburg! And Zenit St. Petersburg take the lead. Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
Zenit St. Petersburg get themselves into the lead.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Kimmich. And the counter is on. Forward it goes. Hoists it forward. It's a loose ball. He's played him through. That intervention was very necessary. Neuer sends that a long way. Oh, some tackle that. Coaxed through there. Lofted into the middle. And that's been levered clear. Kimmich. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Out to the left it goes. There's the delivery. And he's there to clear it. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? He has it out wide now. Kane. And again they run up against stubborn defending. A real chance to break. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Chance to break. Kane. to make a great save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Enrique. In comes the corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Defending of the desperate variety. And there's the end of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Kane.
Zenit St. Petersburg clearly seem to have lost their passing accuracy, something they're obviously going to have to fix pretty quickly now.
Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's played forward. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Oh, what? He's gone for it! Goretzka plays it forward. Dashing forward at pace. He goes long. He's left his man. And the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
And he's cut it out. Forward it goes. And it's Kane. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just for...
Kane! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. That has been cleared. And that has put paid to that. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, they say that your front lads should be.
And the shot! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
Well, it could have been and probably should have been a different choice of finish. There was lower space to hit.
Well, to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Good ball. Timely intervention. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Munich showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Kimmich. There's a long ball.
Munich are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted. Well, we don't need to guess that they expect plenty of ball into the box.
Yeah, it's quite a crowd scene in the middle now.
Well, it's a situation that requires resilience now and plenty of fighting spirit. It has to be matched.
Attempts to play it through. Played back in.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
The final 5 minutes. And here's Gnabry. Chooses to go back. He's had a look. It's a brilliant interception.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue the situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Tar. That's not going to make it. Enrique. And he's there to cut it out. And time is up. So it ends 1-0, an enthralling game and an agonisingly narrow defeat. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. The world-famous Camp Nou in Barcelona, a stadium fit for the grandest of occasions. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Back into the middle. Fofana. And it's played forward. Forward it goes. Cuts it out. Gomez. Gets the better of his man. Has a hit! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Stade Rennais get it back again. And it's Fofana. Try as they might, they just couldn't get into an attacking area. No, that's not the ball he wanted. And it's Fofana. Oh, good take and a good shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Stade Rennais are looking quite mean on the counter, and combating that requires even more meanness.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Hoists it forward. A heavy challenge. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Embolo, dashing forward at pace. Cut out in the nick of time. Embolo. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. The referee's awarded a free kick. Stade Rennais with a set-piece chance. Well weighted. Receives it from behind. He gets past his man. Pumps it into the area. Massive leap! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Stade Rennais can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Still goalless at the moment. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Gomez.
Wolverhampton really are almost trying to pass the ball through a brick wall at the moment. You can see the sense of anxiety has now shifted to the stands.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Decent looking ball. Done very well to intervene. the through ball. Chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Oh, good interception. Tries to get it forward quickly. Big chance, corner. Oh, smart save. And the ball's come out. He slid it through. That'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. An interesting game up to now, but still goals. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. So we're already into the second period. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. He's had that... Oh, shooting chance! Has a shot! He's scored! And the second half is off to a flyer! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Oh, that's great awareness. Full marks to him, as he was just that bit quicker than everyone else on the follow-up.
Wolverhampton get themselves into the lead.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here.
Timely intervention. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Fofana. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Forward it goes. Oh, that he's gone for it! No mistake! And with that goal comes comfort.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Shapes to shoot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. Smartly deceptive, what quality.
Oh, look, the keeper didn't know whether he was coming or going in the end, and he just got lost.
Wolverhampton take a 3-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
It's got through to him. And he's there to cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
He's through. Gets into some space. And he's onside. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Hoists it forward. Attempts to play it through. Has a hit! It's there! Comfort! Yet more comfort! Easing away. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
He's had a shot! He's put his foot right through that one.
Stade Rennais just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
He's looked long this time, and it's got through. And it's Embolo. Needed a better pass there. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Now a chance to break, and here's Embolo. Gomez.
Stade Rennais don't appear to have what it takes to get back into this one, but they do have what it takes to show enough pride and passion to appear to the fans that they care.
And here's Embolo. And he's away. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. It's a loose ball. Good idea, just poorly executed. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Shot at goal! And he steered it beyond the post. The referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Has a hit! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Coman. Mane. He gets past his man. He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
To get it forward quickly. Brozovic. Martinez. Coman. Forward it goes. And he's there to hoof it away. Hoists it forward.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Brozovic. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Knocks it away. Back into the middle. Brozovic gets it back.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Away from immediate danger. And that's been won straight back.
There's a lot of movement going on. There's no shortage of options.
So I guess they're looking to play around their opponents as opposed to through them.
Yeah, the style is designed to dominate the ball, and so you dominate your opponents.
It's a loose ball. And it's played forward. Coman.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's come loose. Time to deliver. It's a decent-looking cross. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. And it's been taken straight back. Shot a goal! He's looking to get there first.
Well, you know, thinking about
about that. I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Coman. Tries to get it forward quickly. Coman. Hoists it forward. He's through. And the counter is on. Big chance! What shapes to shoot! They've done it!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as...
And the first half is done. Well, it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And the game has already resumed here.
Wolfsburg clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
And it's Mane. Coman. Coman has a goal! Superb goal!
Well, when one or two others were maybe a tad slow at restarting this game, then up steps a big character who was simply switched on and bright, and he sparked another advantage for his team at an important stage. It augurs well. Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Cuts it out. Coman. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Coman, Mane, oh, going for goal! Oh, taken with style! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Terrific audacity, just gorgeous skill.
Well, the goalkeeper would have helped to make his mind up on how he was going to finish it.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Looking to force his way through. It's a brilliant interception. Clears it out of harm's way. Coman. Just brushed off the ball there.
top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And he's one-on-ones, has a hit! They are rampant! And the lead is extended still further. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, look, it's always great to see a solo effort with a goal. It's the ideal combination of pace and control.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Looking to break out here. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Brozovic. Nicely measured pass. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Oh, good take, hits one! And he's cut it out. He's there to receive it. Gets on the end of it. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. And time is up. Wolfsburg have thrown it away. It was in their grasp and they let it go. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses. No question, that's a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Kenny. Sessegnon. Raul. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Messi. Going for goal! It's broken loose. It's over the line, and it is a corner. So it's going to be another corner. And he's there to clear it. Jimenez with good energy in defence as well.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering. There's a lot of movement going on. There's no shortage of options.
So I guess they're looking to play around their opponents as opposed to through them.
Yeah, the style is designed to dominate the ball, and so you dominate your opponents.
Diop hoists it forward. Kenny. And it's Raul. Fulham, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Messi. Oh, good interception. Raul. Kenny. Fulham ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And here's Suarez. Ball's loose, who's getting there? It's got through and played out to the right. Turns and goes back. Shoots! And it's Messi. Luis Suarez. Big chance! That has certainly tested the keeper.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Knocks it away. Play, and it is a goal kick. Diop. Tete. And here's Suarez. Sessegnon looking to break out here. Cuts it out. Kenny! Kenny! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
That's a promising ball. Chance! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing.
Fulham are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Fulham take the lead, 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Messi. Well, that looks a foul. The referee's given it. Leno. The first 45 minutes are up. So there you have it. Close sport, half of football. It's still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Fulham, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we're already back underway here. Fulham carrying a one-goal lead. And now they can launch a counter. Kenny. Sessegnon. He's made sure that that won't get through. Forward it goes. Messi. Luis Suarez. He's had a shot! Goal! The second half off to a spectacular start. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, get your seatbelts on, because this is showing all...
Goes for goal! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
And that's been levered clear. It's come loose. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. It's going to be a double change then. Referee's given a throw. Goes out once more. Played into space out wide. Good ball. He's gone for it. No mistake. And again they hit the front.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Well, it's been spiked. That's surely a foul. Free kick. There's going to be another change here.
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
He's got away. Hefty challenge, but fair enough. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Breaks on here. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Diop. Tries to get it forward quickly. And here's Suarez. And it's Luis Suarez. Got a sight of goal here. Danger averted for now. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Sessegnon has created one goal already. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Plays it out to the flank.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Now it's Luis Suarez, and here's the chance to counter.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Iwobi drives it forward. Good idea, just poorly executed. Almost there, and the players can feel it. It's got through to him. Done very well to intervene.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Real chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Yeah, but that's the threat posed by teams that have those kind of players who are willing to make those types of runs.
Cleared without complication. Defence has got rid of that. So that's it. It is all over. Fulham come out on top. Hard fought, impossible to predict. In the end, though, only the result mattered. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.